Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Martian again with the trans, man. We about to tap back in. You know what I'm saying? It's another good day, good Friday. It was a good day to make money on the downside. We about to take a look at a couple of things. I'm about to take a look at Tesla. Tesla had a crazy hit today. Like, they was down crazy. They're at like 345 right now. It was some news with Elon Musk saying that he stepped out of the office or something, but he's still like the head of the government. I'm gonna tap into head of the little department that Trump gave him. So, but I'm gonna tap into that in a second. But yeah, man, let's get back into it. So boom, Tesla right now at 346.46, man. As you can see, some crazy bearish drops, right? Bearish momentum. Broke out of that 200 MA. Came all the way down to about 349. About to chart up some levels real quick just so we can kind of take a look at what's going on. Okay. And I do all my technical analysis and most of my technical analysis on TradingView. There's a bunch of different indicators you can use, and I also use Webull, man. But yeah, man, we about to take a look at how you can make money with the market going down. Everybody always thinks that we need to just focus on just the upside of the market, but you know, it's calls and puts. You know, remember, calls are what we buy in whenever we're wanting the market to go up, and puts is what we buy in whenever we wanting the market to go down. So just some things that we need to make sure we keep noted. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my support and resistance lines on here. What I use for support and resistance is Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci retracement, it creates their levels off of what you call the golden ratio. And I'm gonna show you how I use it right here. I use my most recent high. I usually do it on like the 2 hour. When I'm like day trading, I do it on the 2 hour or the 1 hour, just so I can kind of see some more intricate levels. So boom, slide this over. So on the Fibonacci retracement, it has all of these different zones, right? So based off of your swing high and low, or wherever you mark your high, it'll create these zones in it. This golden zone is basically the zone where it's the best to buy in at. You feel me? And you can see, like, when it hit this zone right here, it ended up taking off crazy. And that's even based off of the, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna use this high right here that it touched, because that's where I had set my field last time. So, and this golden zone is breaking out. So, and this is Palantir technology. I'm sorry, let me go back out to Tesla. But yeah, man, we're gonna look at Tesla. We're gonna put I think I got a fib on here already. I put it on my daily time frame because Tesla had a lot of movement. So we're gonna look at the fib and see like some of our major levels. Remember, on the wider time frames is when we go out. Hold on. So on the wider time frames is when we look at bigger price moves, and on smaller time frames is where we look at the smaller price moves. So if we see something like significant or cup and handle or double bottom on a larger time frames, those movements are worth more. So larger time frames equals more money, and the smaller time frames, of course, you can make money, but it's not as much as you can make on a bigger move off of larger time frames because it has more price movement. So yeah, right now, you know, nothing is just gonna continue to go up non-stop and never come down. So it's a lot of healthy movement. Like, a lot of people start to panic when they see sell off and things like that, especially if they're bullish on a company. But I just look at this like market correction and healthy movement. So right now, based off of the fib and the levels I got on my daily, these are my support and resistance lines, right? And it's coming back down to this golden zone around 320. So that's my next level of support that I'm looking at. So support is when it will reverse from going down. So when I look at the support, so my support line is at about 320 right now, 319. So I see support around that level. If Tesla continues on that bearish trip on the downside, and I'm about to get a little bit more surgical. I'm gonna go in on the 2 hour so I can see some of my levels there on the 2 hour. me go ahead and delete this fib right here. And then I'm going down on the 2 hour, click my time frame up here. And then I scroll up, there we go, 2 hour. All right, so I'm gonna use my most recent swing high and swing low. So go even more closer, we can look at the 1 hour. All right, so boom. I'm gonna use right here. All right. And the same way that I can see my golden zones on the bullish end for it to go up, I can use it to get call plays as well. I mean put plays as well. So I can use it to see when the next level, a good zone to sell off at. So as you can see, based off of these recent swing lows and highs, this was the golden zone to sell off at, and then broke straight through it. It has room to go to 342. This could be the next level of support or the next target price that I'm looking at before I see any change of direction. So that's one way I look. That's how I use the fib in general, just for my support and resistance. So if it breaks this level 347, it drops, I'm like, okay, it has room to drop to 342. Or this 347 line right here could be my line of support right here. It can come back up to about 351. And just so looking at another place to buy in at on the calls, I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna do it the other direction. So I go here, wait. So I go to my recent high, then I go to my recent low. So this says 342 point, I can't really see that, but this 342.45 range right here, it comes back down in here. I'm watching that. So if it sells off down to 342 pre-market, I'm looking for some type of reversal. Or if it breaks down, it can go even lower, right? So that's how I would use my Fibonacci retracement to build support and resistance levels. And now I'm about to take a look at some divergence. So with divergence, you're basically, this indicator that I have down here, this is what you would call the money flow index. Yeah, right. And each indicator that you use, there's different divergence indicators. We have the RSI, the MFI, the stochastic oscillator, and the MACD. So with those indicators, the pattern of the chart is supposed to match up with the pattern of the indicator, right? So whenever there's things not matching up on the indicator, that's what you would call a divergence. So give me a second, I'm gonna give y'all a textbook definition of what the money flow index is, so y'all can get an understanding of what it does, what it's actually calculating. Okay, so the money flow index is a technical analysis indicator that measures the strength of money flowing into and out of an asset by analyzing both price movements and trading volume. So that's why this is my favorite indicator, because it's measuring price movement and volume at the same time. The relative strength index, or the RSI, measures, I'll give y'all the textbook definition of that too. That's another indicator that's widely used as a divergence indicator. So the relative indicator is a technical analysis indicator that measures the speed and magnitude of the recent price changes of a security. So that's why I like the money flow index, because it has a factor of the price movement and volume as well. And volume can play a big part in day trading options, because a lot of times volume can affect the implied volatility. And with higher implied volatility, it can cause contracts to become more inflated. So it's something, that's one of those things that we look at. So boom. Now I'm about to show y'all how I use the divergence indicator, right? So this money flow index, I see something not matching up right here. So now I have my handy dandy chart that I like to use. Boom. So it's been on a downtrend, and this is on a daily time frame. I'm on a 1 hour time frame. So downtrend, I'm looking for some type of bullish divergence coming. Do I see anything? Yep. So like now I'll put my lines down so I can see, actually have a visual representation of what's going on. So boom. And boom. So I see some bullish divergence on the 1 hour. So I see some strong bullish divergence on the 1 hour. You can see it here. Oh man, that's not good. Yeah, so the price makes a lower low, from here and here, and the indicator makes a higher low, right? This was the first low, and then it made a higher low right here in this area. So that's definitely something I'm looking at. This sell-off, whenever I see sell-off on something that I'm bullish in on the long run, I always look at it like a buying opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And if you get in too early, stop your losses, man. Don't hold your losses. It's not worth it, because you can always get back in and get a better position. Or you can just cut your losses and short the market and chart for a bearish opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because I made some money off puts today on SPY, and I was just watching the market drop. But SPY actually reversed. So it's actually a rare case where Tesla is down today and SPY is up. We're gonna take a look at SPY real quick. Let's do it. So boom. We go to the 10 minute. See what's going on. Or 5 minute. We look at 5 minutes. So. Let me just put the VWAP on there. All right, so this blue line is what you call the volume weighted average price. This line, I look at this line a lot when I day trade. Usually whenever the price movement is above this line, it's bullish, and when it's below, it's bearish. Similar to the 200 MA, how we look at the 200 MA on the larger time frames, whenever it's above and below the lines, but right now, I'm gonna show you how I got in. I usually wait about 30 minutes to an hour, even plus, before I get in to a trade. But today I waited a lot longer. I seen that it broke, and that was my first indication that it could be a hard sell-off coming, or it continued to be bearish. Then it came back. I waited. Then I seen it stay under this VWAP. It touched it a few times, and then it had this first drop, and then I got in right here, and I ended up selling around here at 584. So 586 and 584. And that, I'm gonna show y'all the contracts of the price movement on the contracts as well, so y'all can see. So it dropped from, that was at 12 o'clock. So I didn't get into my first trade till about 12:20. So I usually say wait 30 to 45 minutes, but I got into my first trade around 12. So it's always key to be patient. Patience is key to this game as well. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the contracts. So SPY. And I went June 3rd. And I went puts. You're looking at that, if I got into those 589 puts. And I'm gonna show you where the price movement. And remember, on this section of the Webull, I use Webull for technical analysis as well, but you can also do technical analysis on each individual contract. Each of these rows are contracts. Right? So when I select the individual contract, I can literally look at the candlesticks and the price movement of that individual contract. So 1220 was around the time I got in, and the high was this contract was $448, and I ended up, wait, let me make sure. That's 1205. Well, yeah, around like 1210. So I just go to the time that I got in, and that was around 12:10. The contract was worth, yeah, there it is, worth about $370. Stayed in for about 20 minutes. Contract was worth $555. I believe that's where I cut at, around $555. So from 370 to 555, man, that's a big move. High percentage gain on those contracts. I just wanted to show y'all that you can capitalize off the market going down. And there's also ways you could have charted to get this rebound on SPY as well. You can see it drop and then came back up. So that's just a little bit of the way I capitalize on whenever the market is down. We also gonna take a look at this article that we seen on Trump and Elon Musk. Washington on May 30th, the U.S. President Donald Trump said on Friday that billionaire Elon Musk will remain a close advisor after the Tesla CEO ended a chaotic 4-month stint leading the administrative sweeping cost-cutting campaign. During a farewell event in the Oval Office, Trump lauded Musk's work as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which has eliminated thousands of jobs and canceled billions of dollars in spending, including the majority of the U.S. foreign aid, but has so far fallen short of Musk's lofty initial promises. So Elon left the office today, but he's still cool with Trump. That's what it sounded like. And when he left, Tesla got obliterated. So I looked at that as some healthy sell-off and a new opportunity, but I'd say don't panic. Just wait for the good opportunity, wait for the good entries, be patient. And always trust the process, trust the system. Follow your rules, set your stop losses, 10, 15, 20, 30%. Whatever you're comfortable with losing, set them stop losses. Don't lose more than you're not comfortable with losing. And you're always gonna win, man. Remember, 2 L's make a win, and we're gonna catch the trends. But I appreciate it, y'all, again, man, for tapping in and listening to this video. I hope y'all have a great day, night, whenever y'all listen to this. And peace, man. Yeah.